All right, we are here testing out vibration machines. We're going to start with this one, the VMAX Pro Duo, which you can see is a pretty heavy-duty model. Solid base. That wood thing, by the way, is that platform I just put down there for safety, but you wouldn't be using that wood platform, so you got to forgive it if it makes a little extra noise or whatever. But today we're going to be using it. So this thing, 2 horsepower, 300 watts, pretty powerful engine inside of it, and it has this capability to both teeter-totter and move on the forward axis to create a triangular, when they're both working together, it creates a triangular vibration so that you're getting a full range of motion from the vibration inside your hips and all that. So you can see this plastic upper piece here. It is plastic. It's not your heavy-duty steel, but it is solid, and amongst all the plastic ones I've tried out, definitely the most solid. Gives you some good support. Alright, so let's give it a go. Let's start off with a teeter-tottering. Give it a start. And you can go ahead and just make sure you got some good posture when you try to stand up straight. Keep your body aligned. Get your feet a shoulder width apart. And this is just going teeter-totter in motion, right like this, and you can see him going. And you can hear this one's pretty quiet. It's giving me a good vibration all through my whole lower body, all down through here. I can feel it going back and forth. But now I want to mix in some of that triangular motion, so I'm going to mix in the forward and rotational vibration. So now I can feel actually giving that extra dimension actually almost forces me to stand up straighter. I can feel a little bit more in the front part of my hips and give it a little more juice. You can hear the engine's doing pretty good there. Nice and quiet, steady, stable. Give a little bit more. And here we go. There's a 27 on the forward. I want to balance this out a little bit. In a second. And that's the max. This is the max vibration. This is just going in the forward and back direction. And I can feel with on this setting, you feel it kind of predominating your feet below your knees. Because that's really where most of it's going. Without the teeter-totter, you're not really getting as much hip action. Even though you don't feel it directly above your knees too much, you realize it is definitely vibrating up there. And then when you throw in this lateral, the side-to-side motion here, I'm going to put that at 17. This is a I'm only going to go to where I'm comfortable going, which is going to be right around, really just halfway of the power capabilities. One of the things I don't think you want to do is really push your capabilities, and certainly if you felt any pain, I would stop. But I'm feeling no pain. Matter of fact, it feels like a internal massage of sorts. Definitely feel loosening up and activating some nerves that I wouldn't be normally activating up. And I'm going to balance this out so that I get all that triangular capabilities out of it. And go about half power in both dimensions. feel like I got a good little bit of vibration there. The next thing I want to do is I'm about 170 pounds. You can see this thing wasn't really challenged by my weight in terms of performance or sound. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to throw some dumbbells on, about 70 pounds worth, and see how it reacts at 240 pounds. Alright, back on the VMAX Pro Duo with 70 extra pounds of weight, making the total about 240 pounds. Strangely, rather than being destabilizing, the extra weight is actually a little more stabilizing. It's actually keeping my downward gravity a little quite steady, and I can feel the vibration a little more centrally. You can see that the machine's not really working that much harder at all. I don't notice any sound, and if I had my hands free to grip the central console, it wouldn't even be in shape. So again, this is 2 horsepower, 300 watts, not as powerful as the its big brother, the Trio, but you can still see it's quite a bit of power coming through here. And there you go. There you go, a vibratory experience at 240 pounds. Alright, so we are still working with the VMAX Pro Duo, 2 horsepower, 300 watts, and what we're going to do is kind of do a little engine check, see how hard that engine was working while we were on there for about 10 minutes at 240 pounds to see how hot the engine got, see if it was working too hard, because that's how you're going to check out the durability of the engine, which is going to see how it's going to last longer. So when we first started, we didn't show it, but we checked the engine temperature before we started, just after a little bit of use. It was at 74 degrees. So we got this little laser temperature gauge, which we're going to go ahead and, like we said, after just a minute of use, it's at 74 degrees. Let's see what it's like after 10 minutes of use. So all we're going to do is the motor's under here. We're just going to it can get under there. Do not stick your fingers right in there. Could get trapped right up in there. But I'm going to point the laser underneath it and get a temperature reading. And it looks to be settling in around 81, 82 degrees. So it did raise 7 or 8 degrees in 10 minutes of use, which we will then compare to the other models and see if they got any more or less hot over the course of their use, and see if we can gauge the durability and power of the engine that way.